We got it. Mama got it all.
Does everyone enjoy our new setting? We're going to go live over on the Telegram right now. Yep. Nice.
Woohoo!
Very nice. All right, we're live on the Telegram now. To everyone, if you are watching it, and you aren't already on our Telegram page, then check it out because it's pretty cool. I wonder, can we drop the link? Oh yeah, I remember I could do. That's why I always did that. Can we drop the Telegram link anymore? I feel like they kind of block that.
I know. I tried
watch it.
Posting it on Facebook the other day. That didn't work. But it was really, really fascinating because the other day on Telegram, in other Telegram channels, like German Telegram channels, I dropped the link to 5D Full Disclosure 17. And Dylan shared with me that I feel 31% in that group are now from Germany. And that's pretty awesome.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. So, yay, welcome home, Germany. Welcome home, all of humanity, hopefully soon. It's a simple choice from out of the mind and into the heart. That's all it is.
Yippee.
It's about choosing love, being in every moment a better version of yourself. Mom is our divine example. She came down here to truly show us what unconditional love means. It's compassion and kindness, forgiveness, it's trust and faith. It's also joy, but it also can be, calling a spade, calling out the ego, because we want to get rid of that dysfunction upon the entire planet. Please and thank you.
And it just keeps coming to me, and this is what we've been talking about. Thank you, angels. Is that it's inevitable. What do I mean by that? You got to watch how the children are acting that are being born right now. You got to find, your TikTok videos or something. Go see a friend. They're different. They're very, very different. All the children are different. I mean, shit. I felt like they were different when I met my cousin, and she's like, I don't know, angels. She's probably 8 years younger than me or something. So she's probably 21 now or 22. But I knew then that she was different. And years later could see, had a vision of a dream, and she was in it, and she was crystalline.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to share a little bit more. That her father and my uncle, two different people. So her father is, married in, and then my uncle is my mom's brother. They both were freaking out in the dream, going, the world is ending.
Oh, shit.
Yes. That's
fucking cool.
I've been waiting for these moments, okay? I do have some things to share. She was there, and there was some other people, and I was kind of running around, and I ended up in a building. And then those two were freaking out that the world was ending, and everyone else was calm. And then she steps forward, and her whole entire body is a crystal. She is a crystalline body.
Crystal children.
She's a crystal child. She already is. She's going to be on the forefront of that. I feel because when she was young, she didn't take no shit. Nice. She was the type of person that, one time she had an issue with something that I had done, and she was like, I ain't dealing with you. I'm talking I went down to, West Virginia for her high school graduation party. She wanted to go, have a little party or whatever. And I had to be the adult because I was the older one. And I upset her friend. I'm pretty sure she was pretty out of right action. I just called it out, right. And they didn't like it. They didn't like it. And she just kind of sided with all that, but she didn't want to deal with it. She didn't want to make any more drama. And they made me leave and drive back to Philadelphia from West Virginia, which if you're not aware, it's a couple of hours.
What did you do?
I just left. And then the girl's father came down to be the adult. And I was just like, what just happened? How did I just
you're too much adult.
I was too adult. And they were, because they were so offended. She took it so personally.
Well, and that's the ego.
Yeah. And it is what it is. But I share all that with you because I knew then that she was going to have to go on her path. and I knew she had it, and we didn't have to be together, and it wasn't like necessary because I had a big attachment to my family and staying there. Big. It was massive because I left after college knowingly that it was unhealthy, the situation. I needed to grow. I needed to be around different people and everything. And I decided to come back. Okay, come back home. Now, granted, in those 2 years I stayed there or more, I met mom. I called her on the phone. I had a session with Mother God. And I will always reheart that session because after I was done speaking with her, and I had no clue that I had just spoken to the Creator, it smelled of fresh roses in my home, and there were no roses.
Didn't you say your mom as well?
My mother was there.
Great.
City of Philadelphia, middle of the night, no roses, not even a garden. And both my mother and I could smell the fresh roses. What a trip. That's real shit.
That's the magic. Can you feel the magic?
It has been a constant thing within the ego program mind and trying to battle my higher self about mom, really, and the magician that she is, right? Can you feel the magic? Because she's here more now than ever, even though she has ascended. We can all feel that. The energy pouring in is massive. She was just saying, like, hey, guess what? It's coming. That's why I'm here. It's coming. Magic's coming. 5D's coming.
Okay.
You better get in the right action. It's literally Jesus coming back and being like, have you been good? Have you been doing what you got to do? Because it's coming. The energy's coming.
Yep.
And I wonder if many cultures have had this same experience of the sun, right? Or the energy just raising, and that and they call it that God came or something, or they said, they have these stories around it. It was just a way to convey that they evolved. They like that. And that is magic, right? Everyone knows what magic is. It's just, and it's like, wow, it just happened. That's 5D, instant manifestation. I'm watching it more and more and more. And the big tests have been coming of just like, are you just going to be cool? Because it's not always going to work out as we transition. You still have shit to work on. Yesterday I allowed things to just get to me. And it wasn't anyone, it was things just not working correctly, things going to putt. But guess what? We are high vibrational beings. We're pushing a lot of energy. So at moments, things can break. The energy just breaks it. Great story. One time I was walking towards mom. This is in the beginning of meeting mom, and I had a glass in my hand. It was a glass I was giving her. It was her medicine. And I'm walking like this with it, and I'm walking towards her. The fucking glass goes like this. Cracks exactly like that. Perfect crack, and just the bottom falls out.
Bottom drop.
And me and her both look at each other and we're like, what just happened? What? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just walking towards you. And it was just one of those like, what? So we, it's all, there's always something breaking so that, and she didn't get upset. I've seen mom, one time we were driving and Buddha was driving and he was in an awkward spot out in Shasta. And he pulled out of a parking lot right as there was a turn and someone was not paying attention. And they kind of like slightly sideswiped mom's car. And she was in the vehicle. I was too. And she didn't care. Like, she just didn't care. Like, she just had no, she didn't express anything about it. And she never brought it up ever again.
I feel really, really feel into that, how we have in our little reality so big attachments. Because for us, it's not only a car, it's the car we have to go to work for because we have to pay the loan and all that kind of stuff. And it's so precious and blah, blah, blah. And people have been talking a lot about false gods and false religions. And in my eyes, definitely one of them is the materialization and these attachments to that. My car's my baby. I got to polish every little spot. And it's definitely good to, keep it in right action, keep it pristine. But you got to be in balance with that. And, God knows that whatever that was, it was some energy that caused it and it happened. So why feeding it with anything lower?
Yep.
Justice. It just is. And it was really funny yesterday, to be honest, in moments to watch him.
Hi.
And it was really not a great situation, but something we can fix. So it was like really laughable about.
I just want to say, hello, I am Elmora, and yesterday I was out of right action. I'm getting frustrated. Please roast me. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why. There's no reason to get so upset.
Exactly. It's not. But the funny thing is, like, the best thing you can do when you are around a person that is triggered, or you just feel they're upset, maybe they're just really down and sad. Don't feed that. Like, I literally fell into his higher self, and I had to laugh really, really hard about it. On the one hand, on the other hand, I was just, compassionate. I didn't say much because I knew whatever I do say, it could be, perceived wrong. And I just went along to do what I was doing, and, really detached from it, because I knew in that present moment, there wasn't much that I can do. So giving people space, and also giving them just like love and compassion. We don't have to get frustrated because someone else is frustrated. You don't have to get angry and loud and express rage only because the other person you're interacting with does that. That's the mastery, and that's definitely a big point of magic as well. Can you stay in your heart? Can you stay in high vibrations? Because if you feel into it, you have two lights, and one is like dimmed and really sad and not so bright. How can you help? Well, if you increase your light, you raise the vibration, it's easier for the other person to do that too. And if they choose to stay in it, then that's on them.
Yeah, it is. And I know that I make that choice sometimes to definitely just kind of hold on to it. And I can feel it. Like, I can feel, because I'm very capable at moments when someone is out of right action, and I can feel something off. And I've been learning to accept that is the case. I also have to accept the case that when I'm in a triggered state, and that I'm still in that triggered state, like I haven't really fully gotten out of it, that basically anything that anyone says in divinity is triggering to me, and I can feel that. And so it's a constant discernment of, am I good or are they good? And then moving forward. Because otherwise, if I'm in the flip, right, that's what we were always saying. If I'm in the flip, and then I'm thinking that I'm triggered, right, by something, when in reality, that person's just out of right action. Or the opposite, where I am triggered, but I think that I'm okay, and the other person's just in it, but they're really just being divine. And you got to be really careful with that, because if you go into the flip, you're just going to go opposite, completely opposite. You have to be real, because it's a domino effect. Right action is a domino effect. Being in the heart is a domino effect. Just choosing love and being love and sharing love is a domino effect. And the more that we choose to do that, the more that's going to come back to us like a wave. That's why I see like the toroidal field, like the donut, like as you put it out, it goes down and around and comes back up to you. And then you're at that center of it all, but you're receiving the energy that you're putting out. And so whatever you're putting out there is what's coming back.
Yeah.
You have to accept that. And it's just the law of physics. It's the
Universal
law of metaphysics.
law.
It's all set. It's just as within, so above. Everyone says, as above, so below. No, stop with your below. Stop with your heaven and hell. There is no more hell. It doesn't exist. You choose hell. If you're seeing something, hearing something, feeling something lower in like this, like it's like a demon, like I saw and something appeared to me that, and I saw it and it was dark. That's you. That's you. It's already over and done with. I saw shit like that 17 years ago. 17 years ago, before Mom started her mission. And she made it really clear that she destroyed all that stuff. And I can feel that difference, because I don't, you know what I mean? And like, I mean, you could even talk about the ghost that she cleans at a place that has a little ghost, but they're totally cool.
And the funny thing, I really felt into that, because the funny thing is that since there have been those dark entities since they're getting like almost really promoted in movies, in series, in whatever. They are still in the consciousness. They're still in your mind. Doesn't mean they truly exist, especially like El just said, those lower vibrational beings that are basically not embodied, ghost spirits, however you want to call it, they cannot even exist anymore. We're too high vibing. So congratulations for all of us being still on the planet. We're obviously high vibing, and to stay here, we're going to keep raising that vibration. One of the easiest things to do that is realizing what we just said: everything dark, everything fear-based, everything pain-based, or whatever it is simply not real. It is projected from our minds. It's a literal program of lower energies, lower frequencies. And just amazingly grateful to mom to know that. And it just takes a big spoon of trust and a big spoon of faith, and get a little bit of hope everywhere sprinkled over. Stir it up.
Stir it up.
Nice.
Little darling.
When you really know that, and you reward yourself every day that you can trust and you can have that faith, because magic is real and all that lower crap isn't, then you can feel the magic. Then you will find it. If you honor universal law, like we just said, and just being in integrity with the things that you put out there and say, and the things you in the end really do, like you create your reality. You put those tasks on your plates, and if you're later on like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it Saturday on the weekend, maybe next weekend, we kind of drank too much, so that doesn't work. You're just pushing it out. And what is that? It creates a block. It creates something where mom set up a way for you to step up into divinity. And that can be as easy as walking from the couch to the bathroom and dropping off your dirty dishes in the sink. And when you come back, you wash them real quick. Ta-da, you leveled up. You were like, I'm in integrity. I cleaned up. That's what mom did when she said, I'm born without the ego. And she was. And I was love in every moment. That's what she did. As a toddler, she went to her neighbors and saw what right action she can do there. Be love and simple service for yourself, for your surrounding. Energies are pristine. You can't live in a totally trashed, cluttered space and then wonder why you're so in your thoughts, why you're so all over the place, why you're internally not sorted, basically. Get that clutter out, get that trash out. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this something I used in the past year? Nope. All right. Why don't have a nice yard sale? Connect with people. Get the energy moving. It's all about moving. It's about getting out of stagnation, getting out of resistance. And once you dive into this flow of love, magic's everywhere. And it's your perception to change it. You can walk down a road, be completely in your mind and be mad about the stinky cars or whatever, or you can walk down that street and just breathe in deeply, be grateful to the trees and see the butterflies walk by. And on Yellow Day, I had a butterfly like almost sit on my hand and then like fly through my arm. And that was so magical to me. Cool. It was a yellow butterfly on Solar Plexus Day. And it came to, share its blessing, to came, in each other's space, to connect and just be like, I love you. Thank you. Because that's God's creation too.
So what does it mean that I found a caterpillar yesterday?
Well, the caterpillar is the first state. And that's the state where it basically eats a lot. So for us, it would be taking in a lot of lessons.
It was young.
Learning. And you did have a good lesson yesterday.
What did I do?
Well, you got triggered.
But still, that was good. No, that's a good point, because it was a whole process. And I kind of I noticed it too. Like I kept letting it get to me. Like I wasn't allowing myself to just let the last stuff go and be right here with the next thing we were doing. And finally, and I've been doing my best to be consistent with weed whacking with where we're at. And I like to do it in the morning or at night because that's the best time to do it. And I did it last night. Like I actually was able to I wasn't feeling it too much, but I knew I had to do it. And thank God Kat was there and she could hear some guidance because she encouraged me to keep going. And then I finally did it. And it's interesting because when I did, I felt very accomplished. And then I came back and then I saw how there was this little tiny caterpillar on my boots. And I was like, interesting. And it was very young. So, maybe that's just a great sign because I felt that energy. I felt that energy yesterday of like things are breaking down and that they're breaking down so that we can break through, and they're breaking down so more grandness can come to us. Okay. And that's a really big thing. It's really important that we allow these things to break down so that grandness can come to us. And I just right now I went because I was going to talk about what happened to us further. And I was like, I'm going to keep going until the top. So the fact that we had God on the planet, she has now ascended. She has now exited the realm and gone on to another realm, as we all will when we finally pass on. And the point is that you have to fully look at everything that you in your energy field in this life. And that's what it means by it's the last life. Simply put, creation is at a point and at a precipice where we have to get fully into our being in order for us to be on this planet. And that means that there is no more reincarnation. What that simply means is that you're not going to keep going through all these lessons and grades. It's graduation time. That's all that means.
Woo!
It's that simple. It's that simple. It's right. You stop eventually going to school. You don't keep going to school. Yes, you are an eternal learner. You're an eternal student in your own right. But that sectioned kind of juncated, now you go here, now you go here, now you do this, and everyone else does that. It's ending. It's ending. And we've had these confirms come through when we feel into people who have passed and they have had to go through a experience where they go into in a very deep internal state in the etheric realm, and they have to reflect upon their life. And I know we talk about life reviews and a lot of religions and spiritual cultures talk about that. We're talking about straight up, you're not getting out of that until you fully look at everything. You have to raise your vibe, and you can go to the etheric and your vibe can be lower. And people think it isn't. You think it's just ripped off you. No, you have to learn your lessons. You have to go through the experiences if you don't choose to release the energy. You can feel things energetically, work through it internally, and then release it. If you don't, then you're going to have physical experiences in this realm for that to happen. That's how it is. And in the etheric realm, you will be cut off from interacting with other people because your vibration is not at their level, but you will always have an opportunity to be in reflection, to be in essentially self-containment. And so that you can fully get your vibration back up to a level where you can be with all your star sisters and star brothers. And as we move towards that and you realize that you are that light, you are that star, you are that being that is brighter than bright, then you can actually move towards that. You have to just realize that that's who you are. And then you have to work on being that. And you're going to be tested. You're going to have things happen to you that you're like, why is this happening to me? You got to go, thank you. I'm grateful. I am grateful. And really, what's there to be concerned about? What's there really to be that's what I'm saying. That's why I come with that story from the beginning. And I sit here and immediately comes to me. I had no thought about, these certain stories I've shared today, especially with Mom, because that now's the moment to really let it go because I'm sharing it with all of you. And I'm so grateful to be up here today and be able to share
Nice.
and just so that I can get it off and everything and just
Beautiful.
But I feel guided for sure to answer Stephen. He had asked me, where are you guys at these days? We're out in good old Colorado. We're good old Colorado fractal out here. And it's been interesting. And I do want to share with that just for a moment.
All over the planet.
All over the planet. Yeah, that's true.
A beautiful thing, especially now that Mom ascended. Real quick, it's that people all around the planet feel it. We have the Australian fractal, South Africa, Canada, many other places in Europe as well, different locations now, even here in the US. And that's Mom's amazing chess game. That's how she moves everyone around. And one thing that is, I guess, hard sometimes, at least for the ego, to really trust that you are where you are supposed to be. You are exactly in that situation and in that location where you're supposed to be. If you're extremely unhappy, if you're in the squeeze of it where you realize, okay, the 3D reality is really not like resonating anymore, I'm just like drained every time after work or whatever, then yes, do changes and, feel into your heart where it is highest for you to be. And there's many beautiful places. One thing you just said was it is our last lifetime. And while scrolling through the videos, I had the ping on a video called Humanity's Last Test by Mom.
Mama.
Good.
Cool.
All right. Let's see.
Da-da-dun, da-da. There you go. Get all up in there.
Important message from the Earth Allies. Love is at the forefront. The final test. Greetings and many blessings, miracles, many magical synchronistic events, joy, unconditional love, peace, harmony, and many blessings of abundance. We, who are serving love and light, are right out in the open for all to see and hear. We are not hiding. The gig is up for those who thought they were less than light speed vibration. Love has tipped the scales, so to speak. Love is at the forefront. And this is love's call. Love is in charge, and everything changes because of this truth. Those in unconsciousness are the ones asleep, lost in the dream. Those who are awake are very irritating to those who are asleep. Those who are awake are the continual alarm clock going off, beeping until others awaken. The awakened ones are the wake-up call. The one thing about ego is that it's just a program. This is why it always falls back on the being to release the ego mind program and cut the strings of being a puppet. This sets you free into unlimited possibilities. Aha! Attachmentless.